There is such a huge variety in dog foods today. It can be really confusing when trying to choose the right one for your Chihuahua. In this video, you'll learn briefly how manufactured dog food is made, and you'll learn of some healthy alternatives to manufactured dog food, as well as some of my recommendations. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss that. Hi everyone, welcome if you're new, and if you're not new here, welcome back, and thank you so much for watching. My name is Linda. This little guy is Winston. Say hi, Winston. I am owner and editor of ChiChisandMe.com and of this channel. I have over 25 years experience raising and training Chihuahuas, but not only that, I love Chihuahuas so much. I'm so passionate about Chihuahuas that I have done that many years studying and researching the Chihuahua breed. And what I've learned, I want to share with you, so you and your Chihuahua can live the best life ever together. If you've ever read my blog or watched any of my videos, then you're probably aware that I am not a big fan of manufactured dog food. I'll tell you a short story about why I am not a big fan of manufactured dog food. When my Pebbles, who is now deceased, when she was very young, she was diagnosed with DCM, or cardiomyopathy. It's a heart disease. It's an enlarged heart and progresses pretty quickly sometimes to heart failure. She was only, I believe, about 6 years old when she was diagnosed, and my vet didn't have a real good outcome for me. He told me that she really wasn't going to live very much longer because her heart was so enlarged. I knew that good nutrition could help her to live longer and to live a better quality of life. And that is when I began intensely studying and researching canine nutrition. That is when I learned about manufactured dog food and why I decided to stop feeding all of my Chihuahuas manufactured dog food. At the time, I was feeding them a high quality, supposedly premium dog food. While I was researching and studying canine nutrition, when I thought I had learned enough about canine nutrition, I started feeding her a diet that I created myself that targeted and helped support her heart. As a result, my Pebbles passed away in 2020, just after she had turned 14 years old. Many, many years longer than the vet or I or anyone expected her to live. I and my vet have no doubt whatsoever that it was the diet that I was feeding her that helped her to live a longer life and a good quality of life. I'm now working on a video about CDM because sadly, Chihuahuas are actually prone to heart issues such as CDM. And that video will be uploaded soon. So now's a good time to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss that video when it is uploaded. So to begin this week's video, let's watch a short video about how manufactured dog food is made. How dog food is made. What you need to know. Dog food is made using a number of ingredients that undergo various processes. The primary ingredient used is rendered meat byproducts. This can be from livestock, horses, even euthanized pets. Rendering is a process that uses heat to separate the water and fat from meat solids. The solids are then ground, cooked, and ground again so that it becomes meat meal. The meat meal is then mixed with cereal and grains, corn gluten feed, and sometimes ground fruits and vegetables. Then preservatives, stabilizers, and gelling agents are added, plus synthetic vitamins and minerals to replace those lost in processing. Palatability can be enhanced with yeast, fat sweeteners, or concentrated flavors. Liquid is then added to the dry mix to form a dough, which is then cooked under intense heat and then pushed through an extruder where it is sprayed with a coating for color and flavor. This is how dog food is made, regardless of the manufacturer or the ingredients used. So what's wrong with that? Kibble is processed multiple times at extremely high temperatures, effectively killing valuable vitamins and enzymes, minerals, which then have to be replaced. Stabilizers, preservatives, and gelling agents are needed to keep the product shelf stable and to avoid mold and deterioration. Kibble does not store well, so as soon as the bag is opened, fats in the food start to go rancid. This can have some very negative effects on your Chihuahua's health. In its original state, kibble is gray, so it needs to be colored to make it more appealing or acceptable for you, the buyer, and for your Chihuahua to want to eat. Kibble that contains grain may also contain mites that live in the grain and cause itchy skin, hair loss, and even infections. There are definitely healthier alternatives to manufactured dog food, and they don't have to be expensive. That is coming up. And before I go on, I want to let you know that I'm also working on an online course about nutrition for Chihuahuas, but I'm also working on a course that is specifically for a step-by-step how to help your Chihuahua to lose weight. I'm hopefully going to launch that course in early or middle 2023. But what I'd like to know from you is, what would you like to know in that course? Whether you plan to purchase the course or not, if your Chihuahua were overweight or is overweight, what specifically would you like me to include in that course? I'd really appreciate your feedback. You can let me know in the comments below. So to continue, when I first began studying and researching canine nutrition before I knew enough to create my own diet, I fed my dogs Nom Nom and Spot and Tango. Both companies have veterinary nutritionists on staff, and Nom Nom's recipes were specifically created or formulated by a veterinary nutritionist. I love that both of these are delivered straight to your door, and they're perfectly portioned so that if your Chihuahua does need to lose weight, they will lose weight to their ideal weight. If they don't, it helps them to maintain their current ideal weight, because each of those are perfectly proportioned to your Chihuahua's specific needs. I really believe these are two of the healthiest dog foods that you can buy. When I started feeding my dogs that, their coats became shinier and softer. Everyone commented on how soft, especially Remedy's fur was. It really is silky soft. And my Chico, who is also now deceased, he stopped licking, biting, and chewing constantly on his paws. But if you're interested, I'll put a link in the description below, and both links you will get 50% off of your first order. Spot and Tango also has what they call unkibble, which is an air-dried, it's a fresh dog food that's air-dried. It's not manufactured or processed in a manufacturing facility, but it is as convenient as manufactured dog food, kibble, whatever you want to call it. And it comes with its own measuring cup that is specifically measured for your Chihuahua. So again, it will help him to lose or to maintain his ideal weight. And although I don't believe it's as healthy as fresh dog food is, it is healthier than manufactured dog food. And Unkibble was rated #1 on consumerrating.com. If you click on the link that's included in the description below, you'll get 50% off your first order of Nom Nom Spot and Tango Fresh or Spot and Tango Unkibble. Other healthier and more affordable alternatives are freeze-dried dog foods. Freeze-dried dog foods are cooked at a much lower temperature And then they're freeze-dried, which also helps keep the nutrients and the vitamins and the minerals and the enzymes, everything that your Chihuahua needs. It keeps it in the food rather than cooking it all out. I'm going to put a list of links to my favorite freeze-dried dog foods, and you can check those out. They'll be in the description below. I realize that many of you do not live in the U.S., and Nom Nom and Spot and Tango at this time are only shipped within the U.S. But that is why some of the freeze-dried dog foods that I mentioned in the description below, you can buy at Amazon, and I believe Amazon ships about anywhere in the world. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a thing or two. Don't forget to check out the links below in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Remember that subscribing, liking, sharing, all of those things help me to continue bringing you these videos, as well as it helps other people find this channel. So until we meet again, right back here, my Fab Four and I wish you many, many happy tail wags and lots of sloppy Chihuahua kisses. Till we meet again. Bye.